better, the Lakers are, than the Nuggets. They just are. They're just better all the way because their two best players are considerably better to me than these guys' two best players. And all of a sudden, King says, I got this. And all of a sudden, he goes on fast break dunk, then he goes on a fast break layup, and then he gets another fast break layup, and it's just boom, 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 boom. And they have him on the run. He stole the ball. Rondo stole. Rondo was disrupting, obviously, on defense.
He seemed to be the only one that came to play last night.
Okay, all right, for a little while. And all of a sudden, LeBron makes an uncontested, just a driving layup with 5:26 left. Nobody even really challenged it.
Right.
He just laid it up off the glass. And guess what? They're down 3.
Right.
It's 101-98, and we got a ball game because we got 5:26 left. What are you thinking at that point? Aren't you thinking, we got this?
I was thinking, Skip, if we can just tie it up.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We can just tie it up.
Which brings me to the shot of the game. For me, this is the shot. No, he shot it before.
Okay.
He did have a shot at it, but 3:58 left. And again, I am honoring your contention. This is the GOAT. This is the guy who thought he should have won MVP, that I thought should have won MVP, and he came up with an MVP moment shot. If we could see the three that he took a step back. This is 3:58. This is to tie the game. This is, okay. This is the first. Oh, this is the drive. Okay, this is the drive. Okay, that's just like Jokic has no chance. It's like, stop it. Okay, so now here we go again. Step back 3. This is to tie. And if this goes in, I got to tell you, I think it's ball game. Because Denver is going to be psychologically crushed that they blew a 20-point lead. And he missed it side badly. It was just way wide left. And I thought when he shot it, it was going to go in because it felt like they had Denver completely dead to rights on the run, where they were just psychologically devastated. And instead, he missed it. And then he comes down with 3:05 left, and he has a little step back in the lane from 8 feet, and this was to cut it to 2. And I thought they still had a real chance. This is
That's just 3.
3 again. Okay, here's the next play. Okay, this is, for him,
this is his shot, Skip.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is what he does. This is what he does.
This is shot right here.
And he's pretty open.
Yes.
And he just missed it.
Yep, sure.
Okay, so LeBron James had a sensational fourth quarter, because if we just look at the raw numbers.
And those were the 2 shots that he missed.
I know. It's 6 of 8. He scored 13 points. But the problem was he scored 11 of his 13 in the 21-4 run.
Right.
It only covered 5 minutes down to the 5:25 mark.
Right.
And then he has 2 chances to just get it. These are devastating shots, and he didn't. He got them right to the threshold, and they wouldn't have been to the threshold without him. He could not get them over the threshold.
Skip, you remember when they had a fast break, and AD passed the ball to Rondo, and Rondo fumbled it out of bounds.
Okay.
I mean, it's just things like that when you're like, you know what? Skip, in the first half, what about Caruso? Skip Caruso is 5 feet from the basket.
And he loses the ball sideways. He shoots it behind the basket.
I like Caruso.
It might be the worst shot I've ever seen.
He hit a Paul George, but at least Paul George was from the three-point.
I think he was going to try to arc it over the back, and he just lost it a little to the right, and it looked really ugly.
And he missed a layup earlier. I mean, they missed like 3 or 4 point-blank layups.
So to your point, as much of a fan favorite as he is, I'm not sure he's ready for prime time, because look at the final box here. Caruso goes 1 for 7 and 0 for 4 from 3. I don't know if you can live with that. 4 turnovers.
Skip, he had some great looks. He had 2 of his threes rimmed out. I mean, they were down like, ooh, that's nice, and it just like, and it spun out. But Skip, he plays hard. Look, for an undrafted guy, he gives you effort. He tries. He gives you everything. He doesn't cheat you, Skip. And I think that's the thing, and that's something to be said. The Lakers need to understand this team feels like they belong. Skip, you don't get to in a series sport, you don't get to the conference championship without belonging, because it's not a one-off. You got to beat somebody 4 times. If somebody beats somebody 4 times racing, they says that guy is faster.
That is true.
If somebody can beat somebody in a fight, if I fight somebody 4 times, they're going to say that guy's just better. Well, they beat the Clippers 3 times in a row. They beat them 4 out of 7. They did the exact same thing to Utah. So they belong here. They're not in awe. This great story of the Lakers winning the championship, LeBron's getting number 4, AD, yada, yada, yada. They're trying to wreck this story. I want you to understand that the Nuggets are trying to wreck your fairy tale ending, Lakers. Well, and if you don't take them serious, they will.
Wreck the Clippers' fairy tale ending, right?
They did.
Okay, so now to the most stunning stat of the night. The most stunning stat I've seen in a long time is that the Lakers got out-rebounded 44 to only 25.
Right.
To LeBron's credit, he had 10 rebounds.
Right.
So he had 10 of their 25 rebounds. So he gets zero blame for this.
Right.
Do you realize the 25 rebounds tied for the fewest the Lakers have had since 2006?
Right.
In regular or postseason.
Right.
2006. We have to go back 14 years to find a game in which they had only 25 rebounds. Well, what do we always say about it's just desire.
It's desire. Absolutely.
It's just your heart. It's just, do you care or not care? Do you want it or not want it? And apparently last night, the bigs especially did not care and did not want it. Okay, so what do I always say about these games? In the end, when you boil them all down, it's just a three-point shooting contest.
Right.
The Lakers are a below-average three-point shooting team.
You're being nice.
Okay, and they have survived because they've had a couple of little hot streaks in the first 2 rounds that got them over the hump. But last night, they shoot 6 for 26. Well, that's not going to win you a lot of games because that's 23.1%, right?
Yes.
Okay, Denver wasn't a whole lot better, but 11 of 29 is 37.9%. So look what happened.
Well, you're plus 15.
Plus 15 from the three-point line.
And you're plus 9 from the free throw line.
Plus 9 from the free throw line. That's 24 points that you gave away at 2 lines.
Right.
Well, the odds are you're probably not going to win that game.
Exactly right. Unless, Skip, unless your 2 superstars go bananas. They go, instead of LeBron having 30, he has 40. Instead of AD having 27, he has 35. It's going to take effort like that to overcome this. Skip, I didn't realize this because I'm looking, I'm like, well, damn, I haven't seen AD get a rebound yet. And it wasn't until I'm talking to Steve. Steve, like, AD just had 2 rebounds.
He did.
And he only got those the last 5 minutes of the ball game. Skip, AD 6'10".
Yep.
Dwight Howard 6'10 and a half, JaVale 7 feet. You got 3 guys 6'10 or taller, and they give you 4 rebounds. AD played 43 minutes.
He did.
43 and gave you 2?
And
what kind of stat line is that, Skip? 27, 2, and 1. What kind of stat line, what kind of stat line is that?
And by the way, for 3/4 of the night, I thought he